Hi everybody, Rich Leiter here. Welcome. This is my second video of the day. This is kind of a follow-up to the video I did about an hour ago called, I think it's called Distinguishing Sarcasm from Face Value. This is my follow-up video. I've read a lot of, I read some philosophy, not a lot of it. Read some. I listen to podcasts occasionally by professors on different philosophers summarizing their philosophy. I've listened to Dr. Michael Segru. I've enjoyed listening to him talk about Plato's Republic. I've listened to Dr. Brian Leiter, no relation, talk about Nietzsche at great length, and I really enjoyed that very much as well. I've listened to a number of other academics. I have decided that I'm going to throw my hat into the ring, and I'm going to come up with my own philosophy. I am kind of an old fart now, kind of lived my life, should have some philosophy, right? Otherwise, what have I got to show for it? So I propose a philosophy, a new philosophy, and my philosophy will be called the Philosophy of Hopelessness, or the Philosophy of No Hope, or No Hopeism, something like that. I think the Philosophy of Hopelessness will do for now. And the philosophy of hopelessness is very simple. I have described at great length in many of my previous videos my utter contempt for mankind. I consider mankind to be completely botched, a botched experiment. We're not going anywhere. We're completely gullible, completely predatory, completely unable to learn anything at all. There is no hope for mankind. Now the problem is I never hear anybody saying this. I always hear people saying, well, yeah, man has got his problems, but on the other hand, there's always hope. So people apparently are very disturbed and distressed by the notion that man is a reprehensible, botched experiment. There are certain poets, people, I'm thinking now of Robertson Jeffers' poetry. Robertson Jeffers pretty much believes this. He believes that man is a blight upon the earth and that man will pass. And that man will pass, beauty will remain. The stars will remain, the oceans will remain, the mountains, the grass, the sky, the clouds, they will all remain after this virus, this botched experiment passes. I like that, and I believe that. So the problem is that people do not like to engage in the notion that man is botched and is hopeless. They always like to counteract it, to neutralize that concept by saying, yeah, but there's always hope, Yeah, but the next politician, the next president, the next prime minister, yeah, but there's always progress, We always like to neutralize instead of letting the complete wretchedness of mankind sink in. We can't take it. So we immediately dismiss it by saying, there's always hope. I believe that people who say that there's always hope, on the other hand, you don't want to throw the baby out with the bathwater. I believe that this is the epitome of true hopelessness. I believe that people who say that there's hope are the truly hopeless ones. And I believe that a proponent of hopelessness, of somebody simply acknowledging the elephant in the room, man's inherent hopelessness, that is where real hope lies. If we were able to let it sink in that everything man does turns to shit, it always does, and it always will, and that we cannot trust leaders and saviors, we cannot have somebody to guide us because invariably they become corrupt. Once we realize that, truly let it sink in, we become mistrustful of messiahs and leaders and saviors and governments and politicians and philosophers who know the way, who can lead us through the valley of the shadow of death. Once we truly understand just how hopeless and despicable man is, we will mistrust all of that. And at that point, we will begin to finally think for ourselves. What we need to do is wake up every morning, and every hour or every 2 hours or every 15 minutes, we need to say to ourselves as a mantra, man is hopeless, man is detestable, man is contemptible, man is a liar, man botches everything that he does, he is a grasping reptile, and he cannot be trusted. That's what we need to do as a mantra. And maybe if we do it enough and it sinks in, we will stop being as gullible as we are and believing that the next politician will be the savior. This, to me, is hopeful. And the ones who try to neutralize it by saying, but this guy will be the one, but there's always hope, these are the truly hopeless ones, because these are the ones that engender the status quo. And that, my friends, is the philosophy of hopelessness. What do you think of it?